What is up, YouTube boys and girls? Well, I just wanted to show you guys got some Christmas money, and I bought this new Irwin vise from Lowe's. Um, it's what I like about it. It's the two jaw, and you can rotate the head on it for your pipe vise. I've been looking for a fairly sturdy one. We'll see how well this one holds up to me. I've had a couple cheaper ones in the past, and I told my wife on this one, if I break it like I have the others in the past, I'm gonna get me a snap-on one. There's no sense in having a vise that you can't use. This one seems fairly sturdy. The last one I broke the base right in here, and of course we were prying on some stuff and had a cheater pipe, and the vise is the part that gives. So this one seems pretty decent. You have the adjustment to where you can rotate it either direction. Right now I just put it on a wood door. I was working for the door place. The other day I went in, told them, basically the guys I worked with was, all around bunch of great guys and things. I just, some of the stuff that, I was a little bit more serious about or wanted to learn, it just wasn't coming to me. I'd asked one of the guys, and he was kind of a smart aleck towards me, and it just kind of went all over me like a dose of salt, and, I don't need that. I just, in my opinion, that's no way to do. I was trying to learn and things, and yeah, granted, I was having a hard time getting some of the stuff and remembering some of the stuff, but, I expect, cooperation out of somebody, and, if they're not willing to give it to me, why should I even be there? Went and told the owner's sons, the one that hired me. Owner wasn't there, so I didn't have a chance to talk with him or whatever, but, it was just one of them things. I just really wasn't getting it. It wasn't my forte. I'm going to look for something. Still going to do my business on the side. It's just one of them things that, basically I just told them, I didn't care for the way things were going, and, it was just time for me to move on. I've been there 2 months, and there's a bunch of great guys, but you get one or two that I just don't like to put up with shenanigans. I'll just put it that way. I was there to learn. I was there to do the job to best of my ability. I was struggling, and I just thought that it wasn't for me. So Friday was my last day. I don't know, a lot of you guys have been asking about, how I was doing and this and that, but, that's beside the point. Been working on the shop. I got a few, the cutouts they used on the doors, so I'll turn it around here a little bit, maybe show you. This is kind of full of junk, but I took one, and you can see how thick it is. I took one of them solid oak doors and made a top. I got several of them, and then I'll show you. Maybe I can turn this thing around enough to show you guys. Maybe this will work. No, I'll turn it around. Been working on a bench across here. I got, of course, junk piled up. Right there is for exhaust fan. It just got cold to where I, didn't really feel like messing with it. I got to find me a fan and stuff. I got me a pegboard back here. It's a plastic one that I've had for several years. Right there's a old Husky toolbox that I've put a countertop on and that, and you can see it's pretty rough shape, but that's where I keep all my tools and stuff. I don't care about getting paint on. I like it that I can have my tape up here. Usually I got it laying flat and it'll stick together, and it just seems better up there on the pegboard. I've got some more cutouts for the wood doors. You know, they're about the size of that shelf right there. The width-wise that they'd cut off the doors and things. I'm going to use them for shelves probably over in this other corner, and I'll show you that later on down. I've got my stereo and stuff put up there. I put a piece of plexiglass right across. That's the new wall and stuff. There's a door that goes here. You can see my refrigerator in the other room. But I'm getting it whipped into shape. The room is really a lot bigger. It's a lot better than that little hallway. It was just a waste. I was just piling stuff on that table. And this, I think, is going to be a lot better. It'll make me a little nice little paint room. Plus, I can, you know, have some of my other stuff in here. I may move the vise and stuff into the other part of the shop. Right now, I just this room was easier to cool or heat than the other part of the shop where my big green toolbox is. It's just one of them things that. You know, it's probably 15 degrees outside. I think I got it about 45 maybe in here. You know, it's not too warm, but it's enough. You get to working in that, and it works. You know, I got some wiring to finish up. I don't know if you can see there, I've got some wires here, there, and everywhere. I still got to get some spots. I've got daylight coming in. I'm going to put some insulation, kind of like I did that up there. You know, it's whipping into shape. I'm really tickled with this vise. I've needed it for quite a while. You know, I think it's going to be a good vise. I've talked to several people that have them. You know, I really like, if I could have afforded the Snap-on one, I'd like to have got it, but, you know, that's beside the point. I'm going to go today. Somebody was telling me that Harbor Freight has anvils. I've been looking for an anvil. Buddy was supposed to get me a railroad track, and I was going to make one, do a YouTube video on making an anvil, but he never come through on it. And you know, I kind of like to have it now that, you know, I'm going to be looking for work and that. I can do some odd jobs here and there. You know, it's just one of them things. You know, it's one of them things. I just wanted to start the new year off right, and I knew that I was unhappy with the other position that I was in. You know, if you're not happy with something, guys, move on. You know, start the new year. I know that's easy to say, but you know, you're only in this life for a short time, and you don't have to put up with the crap. I've made my mind up that, you know, if somebody gets in my way, or somebody, you know, I don't like something, I'm dang sure going to tell them. I'll be nice about it, but, you know, I'm tired of the crap. You know, we don't have to put up with it. You know, you can be nice, tactful about it, and I pretty much told them, you know, in a nice way that, you know, it wasn't none of them. It was just the antics, and, you know, I wasn't getting the job. There's a lot to remember, and it was just one of them things I felt I needed to move on. So, you know, the new year, I'm going to start out right, and, you know, I'll get through it. I've been through worse. It's just one of them things. So don't, if you're in a position or you're somewhere that you're unhappy, don't just look at it as a job, and that you really need to like and enjoy what you're doing, and don't put up with anybody's crap. That's bottom line. You know, I've learned over the years that you know, I've put up with people's crap, but you know, what's the use of doing that and being somewhere 15, 20 years and you're miserable? And that's what I told my wife. I said, you know, I know I don't like this job. I hated going in every day, and I just, you know, it was eating at me. And you know, like I told her, I said, you know, for me to, I'm either going to tell somebody off or be in their face, and that's going to look bad. So you know, why shouldn't I just be the one that initiates to move on? You know, they won't hesitate one bit to get rid of you if you work for a place and you do something wrong, or they don't feel that you're doing the job right. So why not you be the one that initiates it? You know, you guys probably don't care to hear me bitching on a Saturday morning, but like I said, I wanted to start the new year off right. I wanted to kind of tell you guys, fill you in on some things. Like I said, I'm happy with the new Vice. I'd like to get to doing some more videos and things. Try to get this paint room whipped into shape, and do some maybe more airbrushing videos. And I just feel that this next year is going to be a really good year. I've made my mind up that, you know, to be positive all the way. You know, I would love nothing more than my content and things to, you know, I'd like to get 500 to 1,000 subscribers here in the next year. I think that's going to be my goal. I'm going to try to do some better videos. I think I'm going to try to learn a little bit more about editing. And I'm working on, I've got a plotter out here that, you know, I've messed with it a little bit when I first bought it for the first week or so, and I haven't done nothing with it. You know, it's, the cover on it's collecting dust, and, you know, I'd kind of like to do maybe some simple videos out there. A few of you I know may be interested in something like that. You know, I think I'm going to go more towards, I've got a guy I know that does one, but he uses it a lot for his striping, and he does special effects on helmets and things. And he uses it more for a stencil to, you know, make his own stencils for, like, when he paints helmets and things. You know, that's just something that I think would be, I'm really interested in doing that. But I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys, tell you what direction I was headed. Just do a little short video here. I appreciate everybody that's out there that's subscribing to my channel. You know, there's so many new people out there that I'm trying to, you know, follow them, subscribe to them, get on their live feeds and different things. And it's hard keeping up, guys. We've got a great community here. And, you know, we just need to support one another. And, you know, I know there's a lot of disagreements out there. A lot of people, you know, have their own way of doing things, and that's fine. But, you know, let's try to be nice to one another, and, you know, cut each other some slack, and, you know, go watch some of these other guys' videos, like Bruce Allen, The Junkie, Jay Young, Justin Dowell. You know, all these guys have been Garnett Tools. You know, they've been, you know, they're the root of YouTube thing. You know, if it wasn't for these guys, you know, we as a YouTube community wouldn't probably be as big as we are. And you know, you may not like some of their antics, you may not like, you know, their opinions, but you know, we're all opinionated. You know, we're all human beings. You know, let's treat one another like human beings. You know, the only thing I ask is if you get on my live feeds and things, any of the guys I've named or whatever, you know, I consider them all my friends and stuff. Please don't bash them, because you know, I've told my guys, the Blue Ridge guys, if they see it, I want them to, you know, cut you off. You know, if you don't like them, keep your opinion to yourself, or hey, you know, confront them, tell them. You know, don't get on somebody else's live feed or whatever and say, oh well, he's an ass, or he's a bud, or you know, because I don't want to hear it, and I'm going to tell you straight up. You know, this is probably the last time I'm going to bring it up, hopefully. But, you know, these guys I respect, and I expect you to respect them if you're on my channel. You may not like them, you may not like some of the stuff they do, but, you know, that's between you and them. I don't want to hear it. Like I said, I'm trying to be a positive person this next year. I'm going to be a little bit more probably aggressive towards people and tell them how I think. I usually keep it to myself, or don't say a whole lot, but you know, people don't have a problem telling me things or hurting my feelings, so you know, why should I hold back? You know, sometimes I hold back, and maybe that's part of my problem. You know, I've done a lot of soul searching this last year, and you know, it's time to, as my dad used to say, man up and you know, tell people how you feel, and you know, if you got a problem with it, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. You know, it's just part of life. Like I said, nobody has a problem telling me how they feel or whatever. I'm not going to go out there and look for an argument or whatever, but if it's brought to me, I'm dang sure going to set you straight. You know, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but it's just one of them deals that I feel that it's something that needed to be said on this Saturday. You know, like I said, I'm going to start the new year off right, positive. You know, it just, everything, life isn't always easy, and I guess it's how you handle it, and, you know, how you go on with life. You know, we all have got our challenges. We've all had the school of hard knocks, and you know, there's, you know, my problems may not be like the guy down the street. So you know, let's just appreciate everybody in this YouTube community. You know, whether you like or dislike, if you don't like them, move on. But like I said, you know, I feel that this was something that needed to be said once again. You know, people don't understand, you know, and I really like the toothpicks saying, you know, these nuts. And that's basically what I told them, you know, when I left out of there. You know, a couple of them was being smart ass, and that's what I just, you know, these nuts. It's a good saying, get on these nuts. You know, it's the only way to look at it and move on. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to, you can be tactful, graceful, whatever you want to say, and just treat each other with a little bit of compassion. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, you know, don't bitch about the results. I'll just put it that way. God bless. Have a blessed Saturday. Hopefully everybody's going to have a good, safe New Year's. Don't drink a lot or party a lot. And let's look for the new year to be a positive year, and just try to help one another out in the community. And hopefully I'll get to see some of, my goal is to go see some of these guys or have them come see me. I think a lot of them. I'd love nothing more go see H&H and Jay and Bruce is another guy. I don't know that, right at this present time with me being unemployed that, I have a whole lot of funds to do that, but, you never know. Maybe I'll win the lottery. God bless. Have a blessed holiday, and we will see you in the next video. And once again, go check out Lowe's. Check the Irwin Vices out. I think some of you guys would be impressed. They've got different prices. And just have a blessed holiday and Happy New Year to everybody. Have a great day.